And
Okay,
she's
I
been
don't
doing
mean to,
this for many
I don't
years.
mean to
And
cut
her
you
and
off,
Kyle,
David, real quick. Father Nookie, I was going to block you. I understand what you're doing on this app, but I really don't appreciate how you are trying to make me look like the type of person I am not. And just real quick, first, a lot of people has told me about Kenisha's past. Nobody told me about like her and Kyle like breaking up. I didn't know anything about this John. But the reason why I helped is because the way I seen it was a lot like when I left my abuser. And
yeah,
she can spit a good game. She can. Abusing people is not just only physically; it's also mentally. So when I only gifted her 5 flames, and people are acting like I purchased the whole goddamn motel room for her. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
just
and that there's no sense, and I don't understand. That's another thing I don't understand. Yeah, people, she gets good-hearted people like you and good-hearted people like other people in there to help her, and then and everybody wants to go after you guys. Well, and the thing is, that's what I'm trying to say is she's getting all you new people that don't really know anything to help her and buy into her, for lack of better words, her bullshit, and then it gets turned around on you guys because you guys try to help somebody that you didn't really know what was going on. And that's what I keep saying. And people would come to me because, like I said, and her and Kyle, especially Kyle, once has downgraded me, has downplayed me, has called me every name in the book, say I'm nothing but a worthless piece of shit, and blah blah this, blah blah that. Okay, fine. But the truth is, and I know I got a lot of people to back me up. My wife, my other kids, family members. I've done nothing but try to help him from the day I got him when he was 17 and a half from his mother. And I tried to help him and her time and time again. And I'm the one that got shit on every single time. Every time.
oh my thing
And I'm
is
not taking that for Kyle in any way, shape, or form here. And everybody wants to say, oh, she was abused by him and blah, blah. No. Physically, I can't tell you because I wasn't around. Mentally, yeah, I can see it. But at the same time, she was just as abusive, not more abusive to him. She controlled every aspect of that relationship. I'm sorry, but she did. But she made everybody else think that it was him doing it. No, it was her. Because that's how manipulative and how underhanded she is. But he is, and I've said this time and time and time again, he is so deeply in love with her for some reason because they've been split up. They split up several times, at least 10 to 12 times that I can think of. And every single time until he went to his mom's, it was always coming running back to me, running back to my house, running back to here, running back here, running back here, running back here. And as soon as they start talking, want to get back together again, Dad's nothing but a piece of shit. He's this, he's that, blah, 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 this.
so my thing is I don't mean to like cut you off, which I understand everything that you were saying. I don't know much about Kyle. I was, like in the live that you were in, and like a lot of people were just like on me, attacking me because like I battled her and stuff. So I became a silent watcher, just like everybody does. That's screen records her lives, da da da. But on that one particular
Everybody
live,
becomes silent watchers of everybody at times.
well, that one particular live really it tugged at my heartstrings. So that's why I keep saying like it doesn't matter like who you are. When I see, even if I hated you, if you were the most hated person on the planet, and I seen somebody that's about to sleep on the street or something, I'm going to help. And I don't think it's right that my face is plastered on Father Nookie's on his page, and now I'm being screened on Reddit. Like I don't deserve it.
Exactly. Stitches. No, she's been right here with us. But like I said, it's been a vicious cycle with them two for for at least what year, at least 4 years since they've known each other, been together 4 or 5 years. Well, let's see. He's seven and a half. He just turned 22. 18, So it's been at least 4 years. They met when he right about the time he turned 18. So it's been at least 4 years, and this has been a vicious cycle with them two for the last at least 4 years. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and and most of the time they was homeless, just like now. I'm sorry, but just like now, this is homeless. They're homeless by choice. I've said it time and time and time and time again. They're both homeless by choice a lot of the times. Before I on Father's Day, this last Father's Day, when all that shit broke down here, and he went, I did kick him out that time. That's the only time I ever actually kicked him out. Another time he left on his own. That was the only time I kicked him out, and the reason I did because I got so sick of his mouth. I got so sick of his disrespect. I got tired of him telling people, lying about every little thing. And I'm sorry, but Kyle's one of the biggest liars I've ever met in my life. Lies about the stupidest shit. Shit a 5-year-old would lie about. And Kenisha's just as bad. I'm sorry, but she's just as bad. She can go to her mom's anytime she wants. She can go to her dad's anytime she wants. She can go. She's got several places she can go. They're homeless by choice. And this whole thing about his mom's house it is condemned, and they can't go there because of all the things that place has been. That's a whole nother wormhole. But a lot of this shit, they bring all this shit on themselves because the way they treat each other, the way they treat other people. And Kyle does, and yes, Kyle does treat her like shit. Kyle treats everybody like shit. That's just Kyle, and he gets it from his mother. That's how he was raised. That's how him and his sister was raised, because that's how she is. She is a vile, vindictive human being, and that's and it's reflected on Kyle and his sister. Sean's the only one of them 3 kids that have any kind of common sense.
I like I said, like I don't really know much about Kyle, or I know like what everybody told me about like Kenisha and her past and crap. But what I'm going at is I understand where everybody's coming from with why everybody hates her, this, that, and the other. But it seems like people are putting my face everywhere, like I'm the one who did all that.
Yeah, and I can honestly say that's not right. You guys helping her, especially if you guys don't know the whole backstory. You guys helping her shouldn't be the ones being blasted everywhere. They should. The thing is, we should try to, and I've said this time and time again. The people like you and people like you that are new to her and that are helping her. We need to try to get to you guys, and we have, to be honest, we have tried, but every time we do, we get blocked, or her people, you guys have us, her people have us bananaed or whatever. But we try to get you guys to warn you about how she is, to keep you from even the little. Yes, I understand it was just a little gifts, and I get that, and they didn't really amount to anything, maybe not amount to anything, but. That's not the point. Is what we're trying to say is all you got people. She keeps getting these people to help her and give her these gifts and give her this money, and it adds up. And all she's doing is taking advantage of it, because she don't give a shit about you. She don't give a shit about anybody else that's giving her help or giving her money or giving her gifts. All she worries about is that money and where it's coming from next, and how she's going to get it. And she'll do and say anything she can to get it.
This is the first time I've ever given her anything, and my face is still plastered everywhere from when I battled her. Like, I figured once I talked to them and I understood.
And the thing is with that, if anybody that goes in to battle her, anybody that goes in her box, anybody that goes in for any reason, it doesn't matter what it's for, it's going to be blasted, because she is so... I'm not going to say famous. She's infamous. It's probably the best word I can describe her. Infamous. Because everybody knows about her, and everybody knows how she is, and everybody's trying to stop her. So you just go in and just say, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Not battle her, not give her anything. And you're going to be blasted, regardless. That's it. That's just how it's a sad. It's a sad reality of it, but that's just the reality of it.
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so excuse me if I say it wrong, Kai. Like I said, I was a silent watcher, just like everybody else, because let's face it, a lot of people are obsessed with the Kenisha drama. A lot of people are. That's why eyes are still on her. She puts her whole life out on here. Whatever, just like
And she
Gabby and
does it herself, and that's another thing. They put their entire lives out here themselves. Her and Kyle puts everything on this app and every other app themselves. They dox themselves constantly, where they're at, what they're doing, everything. But yet they want to blame everybody else for doing it. And 99.9% of the time, the one that gets blamed for it is me. Because the very first thing out of his mouth every single time, David this, David that, David this, David this, David that. It's always me.
like I said when I talked to you before, no, she's not coming to live with me. Are you crazy? I have 3 kids. Ain't nobody living with me. It's just I understand, like, everybody's like, oh, with the animals, like, I'm just reading through the comments, all that. I don't know how. I know a
Hey,
lot
Morris,
of you
love
are
you, brother.
disagreeing. It's not that it was Kenisha. It could have been anybody that I seen in that situation and try to help a little bit.
Yeah, and that's because, and that's just the thing. That's because you got that, you and people like you got that kind heart, want to try to help people, but she is the wrong person to help, and that's why a lot of people don't understand. They want to, at least you're sitting talking about it. A lot of people like you in your situation would just get pissed off and f this and f that, and fuck this person, blah 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 blah. You're at least wanting to talk about it. There's
Yeah,
not too many people like you,
I
so
I know a lot of people that like it's no shock to anybody. I was in with Shay Lee and that Katie girl. First of all, I couldn't really get in a word in edgewise in that live because I had so many people on me, which I didn't think is right. Because I didn't know everything about Kenisha during that live, like everybody was telling me. Um, but I understand where everybody's coming from if they have never, like, even if it wasn't true, she was spitting it off like it was true, the mental abuse, she had it looking like he was trapping her in a bathroom. When somebody else has lived that life, even if it's $5 to try to help somebody, like, it doesn't matter who you are, you know what I mean? And I just really, it just really grinds my gears how Father Nookie has me on his
yeah,
platform.
you're right.
I'm being screen recorded, putting up on Reddit like I'm some sort of beggar, and I'm not trying to enable anybody. In my mind, she needed the help to get
Yeah, in
away
your
from
mind,
the
you're
bad
you're
situation.
literally just trying to help somebody in need that you see was in need, and there's no shame in that. There's no, there's no wrong in that. But when it comes to Kenisha, she is the wrong person to do that with, and you did, but you didn't. But the thing is, you didn't know that because you didn't know the backstory. You didn't know the everything that's happened. You, like you said, you was new and you just seen ran across somebody that needed help and you was trying to help them. And
It just like she was,
that
she just needed help. Like, obviously, I'm no stranger to Kenisha's lives, but I like I was made aware, Nikki, of the fake pregnancies and the fake cancer and the animal abuse. Yes, I was aware of that. I was never aware that she has done this before, but Kyle. I was never aware that this is a routine thing. All I seen was somebody that is so hated on this app, and it looked like she was about ready to sleep on a bench, so I wanted to help a little bit. I was silently watching. That's what I was doing. And then when I seen everything unfold, I seen the cops, I was like, okay, maybe this girl is serious this time and needs some help because nobody can predict the future. And what if she doesn't go back this time?
the thing is, she's got to, and there again, that's another thing. You wasn't aware of. Like I said, you didn't do. Maybe people did try to warn you, and you just didn't believe them. Which is, I can understand. I can actually kind of understand that. When you go in somebody's life and people's telling you, "Oh, this person that bad, this person done this person done that," unless you till you do your own homework on it and go back and look yourself and see this for yourself, you're not really tendency to believe people you don't know. I get that. But the thing is, like I said, she's got the cops involved before. She has got the cops involved several times with her and Kyle. When they was in Springfield, she called the cops and had them split up because of bullshit. And the cops took her to another hotel or whatever it was back then. And the cops kept asking her if he laid hands on her. And this is all recorded. And she kept saying, no, he's not actually hit me. He's never hit me, blah, 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 blah. He's just, I can't remember how she put it, intimidating or something, I don't know. But basically the cops was trying to get her to say that he actually hit her when he didn't. And she would say, no, he didn't hit me. So this is a routine with her. And she's done this before. I think she's done it here in town, here in Paris, where we live. She's called the cops on it a couple of times. Like I said, that's what I said. This is a repeat pattern with them two. And and by any means do I think this is over between them? No, I honestly don't, because I just think it's a matter of time before they're right back together. If they're not back together now, because I was reading on Reddit last night, because I've not been on Reddit for. A friend of mine who got a hold of me last night was telling me some stuff that was on Reddit. Like I was telling her, I think the last month I maybe went on Reddit maybe twice. In the last month. So, and she was telling me stuff that was on Reddit, so I went on Reddit and looked, and so I was reading some of the stuff that was on Reddit last night on Kenisha's page, and it flabbergasted me with all the crap that was on there.
I blocked Nikki because she doesn't know how to be respectful. We can have a conversation. We don't need to keep spamming the same thing over and over again. If I'm overlooking it, obviously it's already been answered. And I don't appreciate how people are saying I enabled her, because I legit thought she needed help. Like I said, I don't care who it is on this app. And a lot of people are like,
Kathy, she has hit him.
gave her all of this money to get a hotel room, like I stated. And then I had people coming at me saying, oh, you're a bum, just like her. Didn't you say that you lost your job? And now you're on here begging and battling. Like, it's just one little thing that happened, blew up into this huge thing about me.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Let me interrupt you for just a second. Jules, I don't know how David can talk so bad about his own son. Okay, let me comment on that. Let me iterate on that. The reason why, Jules, I don't know how long you've been following them or how long you've been in on this. And you can call it talking bad about him all you want, and that's fine. I'm letting people know how he is. The thing is, he's talked so bad about me. He's called me every name in the book. He's done so much. Junior, please turn that down, Bubby. Junior, please turn that down. Junior.
Hold on. Turn it down. Coats and suits for fashion.
But the things he's done to me and to my family and to and hell, to all the family, his brother, his baby brother, his other brothers, his siblings, his stepmom, his mom. This man is vile, absolutely vile. And people can say all they want how bad of a father I am and blah blah this and blah blah that. I don't care anymore. I disown Kyle. I said it a few months ago, and I'll say it again, and I meant every word of it. I disowned Kyle because I'd done everything in my power to help him. And I kept getting shit on and called every name in the book by Kyle. And all I ever tried to do was help that boy. And you want to say, oh, I can't say how he can talk so bad about his own son. Well, you call it talking bad about him. I call it making people aware of him. Which I really honestly don't have to do it. People would be online and actually know the backstory on all this and do their homework and know the backstory on all this and hear how he's talked about me, to me, about his family, about the rest of the family, about everybody else. They would know why and how I can do it. I'm only human. I can only take so much.
Facts. Facts. I appreciate you, like jumping in and, talking to me respectfully and not coming down so hard on me just because I gifted her a little bit. I appreciate that. A lot of people that have been saying stuff has made me feel like a fake, terrible person just because I try to help somebody.
Yeah, and I don't see it. You're just trying to help somebody that was in need. Yes, like I said, you might have been warned by people about the animals and about this and about that. But like I said, until you've actually done the homework and seen it for yourself, people got to look at it this way: are you going to believe a bunch of people that you don't know, or just take it with a grain of salt and still help the person?
The way I
Until
see
you
it
actually,
is,
if you actually see it yourself and do the research on it and say, okay, everybody was right about her. I shouldn't be helping her in any way, shape, or form. And like I said when I first get in, people would actually come to me since I know the whole story and come to my TikTok family on here that's been where a lot of them have been here from almost from the very beginning, like I have. Because I've been from the very beginning, but a lot of them been there with me through almost with a lot of it, and know everything, and can tell you, hey, and we're not, and people want to say we're doing this to be mean to them. We're doing this because of this or because of that. Yeah, and you can take it. Some people can take it that way because of the way they've done us, because the way they've done me, the way they've done my family, the way they've done my TikTok family on here, and talk to them and treated them. So you can say part of it, yeah, maybe part of it is because of that. Part of it is because of bad feelings or hatred or whatever. But honestly, and I'll be the first to admit, there for a while it was like that for me. But now, but right now, as of right now, and for the last probably a couple months, it's not been about hatred. It's not been about because of the bad feelings, the way he done it. It's mainly the last couple months. It's for me. It's just been to get people aware of what they do and how they do it. That they're just wild human beings that need to be stopped because they're hurting people in more ways than just financially. They're taking advantage of good, kind-hearted people, and it's not right. And they're hurting people even more than just financially. There was a woman on here, and whether she's still helping them or not, that's still another debate because nobody actually.
I don't mean to cut you off, but everybody saying, "Oh, Robin, don't talk to her. She did this, she did that." She still does talk to Kenisha.
Oh, I know she still talks to Kenisha. There is no doubt in my mind. But the one person I was talking about was a girl, Angie, faked her own death to get away with it from these people.
See, I've never helped her out. Like, I've never sent her money. Yeah, I did battle her. I guess everybody says that's enabling her, but
Now, whether Angie's
with all
still
these people that are
helping me,
just
I
coming
don't
in,
know.
it's
But
not because it was Kenisha. It was just because of the situation I saw. That's it. It was just because of the situation. It wasn't me giving her money. It wasn't, me. I was just trying to help somebody. That's all. Sorry, go ahead. I just had to
yeah,
be clear.
yeah, you're fine. But like I said, there's no doubt in my mind Robin's still helping her. No doubt in my mind whatsoever. Angie, on the other hand, the one that faked her own death to get away from these people, there's a debate. I don't know for sure because I've not seen or heard nothing, but I wouldn't doubt if she's even still helping, even after that. But they've actually bled people dry of their life savings. There was one or two other people that actually did truly pass away that they bled them to the day they passed for money. And like I said, that's been their MO for years. That they've been doing this for so long. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Kenisha has been doing this for so long, and since she's been with Kyle, Kyle's been helping her with it for the last 4 years. That they've done this for so long, it's like second nature to them. It's like people are going to tell them, oh, get a job, get a job, get a job. The thing is, this is their job because they do this on a daily basis. This is their life's blood. This is something. This is I don't know. Call it a sickness, call it a disease, call it whatever you want to call it. But it's all God honest truth. They've done this so long. They've got this shit down to a science. They got this shit down to a T. They know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and who to say it to.
That's all crazy. It's all crazy. And everybody coming in here telling me I'm on Reddit. I know I'm on Reddit. It's okay because a lot of people on Reddit are grown ass adults that just sit at home on their phone screens looking for people to target to run down. And that's okay. My life is an open book. I am very open about everything. And if you guys want to talk down on me and make fun of me because I try to help somebody, it doesn't matter who it was, then y'all are the ones that need some help. Just saying.
I know it's and a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of good things on Reddit and a lot of good information and stuff on Reddit. But like you said, most of them are nothing but keyboard warriors wanting to start bullshit drama and running their mouths about things they truly don't know a whole lot about.
So all because I battled her. I have yesterday in her live when I went back in there. I think if you stop gifting battle her, it would stop. I became a silent watcher for a few weeks. I would have still continued to be a silent watcher. I didn't see that situation. They even came for Kathy, my mod. But anyways, I forgot what I was even saying.
Sorry.
That happens a lot. I have never done anything to anybody, and in that live, that's what I was saying, in that live yesterday of Kenisha's, I can't lie, obviously it's screen recorded. In my mind, it's the first step, and what I thought was a mentally abusive relationship, the first step is leaving. So I was defending her a little bit, I was. But then again, I didn't know this was a cycle with her and Kyle. Because when I see somebody in that type of situation, because I have lived that situation, like I said way before, I cut off all of my friends when I was with my son's father. I always left, kept going back, leaving, going back, even though I was severely abused for years. And I only had that one friend left. And if it wasn't for that one friend, I don't know what would have happened to me. But she stayed by my side and she helped me get out of it. Everybody needs that one. And what I thought I seen yesterday was her taking the right steps to, better herself. That is why I gifted her. That was it. And now everybody's making it, like I just said, everybody's just making it seem like I'm the one who paid for the hotel room, I'm the one who paid for the Uber, and my face is everywhere. I don't deserve to be plastered on the internet as a beggar or an enabler. I don't.
Yeah, and when all you do is trying to help somebody that need at a time, and you didn't know the entire backstory. Like I said, I know I've said it before, and it sounds like a broken record right at this point, but like I said, yes, people might have tried to warn you about her, about the animals, about all this other stuff, but until you see it yourself and you do the homework yourself and know for sure, taking a bunch of people's word for something and knowing something yourself for 100% sure, shit. And she's been doing this for so long that anybody that associates with her in any way, shape, or form in a positive way, in any kind of positive way. Hell, even some people that associate with her in a negative way are blasted all over Reddit and everywhere else saying, oh, they're enablers and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing this, which I don't understand. Like we both just said, Reddit's not a completely bad thing, but most of them on there are doing nothing but trying to stir the pot and make a mountain out of a fucking molehill and start more fucking drama and bullshit.
It's just bullcrap. And the fact that they even went to the extent to find my Facebook, that's not anywhere on my TikTok, to find my Facebook, to go through it, to try to find things to talk more crap about me, it's mind-blowing. What about
They do that.
people
They do
that
that.
are actually
Those
paying
people,
for her
I mean,
hotels? What about the people that are actually paying for her full Uber or food and Cash App in her? What about them? Why is it always on me?
trust me. Oh, trust me. They're on there, and when they're on there, and they may not be as well known because a lot of them, a lot of behind the scenes shit. People that don't really know all these people because there's so many that a lot of them do sneak through the cracks and are not actually seen. It's just the one that actually have seen a lot or whatever in her lives. And I think it's bullshit myself, but I mean, yeah, Reddit's a bunch of bullshit. A lot of it's a bunch of bullshit, but at the same time, on the flip side of that, they're like fucking FBI detectives. They can fucking find anything on anybody about anything. But that's why I said,
A lot
and
of them are
like you
saying,
just
"Oh,
said,
go get a
I'm
job.
an
Go get
open
a job."
fucking book. They can look at me all they fucking want. I don't give a shit. I'll tell you my entire life history, and I don't give two shits.
Facts. Me too. But
I
a lot
made
of
my
them are
family
like, "Oh,
sick, but
these
I lost
bitches
one
are
from
on
them.
here. Nobody's working. Go get a job." Half of these people sitting behind that phone screen don't work, and their husbands or wives are out there working while they're at home dragging people through the mud.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. But that's just how they do it.
I just I it's just, a lot of people, like I said, told me about Kenisha's past, like with the lying of the cancer and the miscarriages and the pregnancies and the animals. Like I got all that, and everybody in the comments are like, "Oh, you should have done your research," but it doesn't matter if how much research somebody does when they have lived the situation she was saying that she was living and trying to get away from. Somebody that has been in her shoes are going to help her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Morris, you're good for the box. But anyways, yeah, but she's faked out. Let me see. She's fake.
I accepted
She's
them.
fake. She's fake skin cancer. She's faked several cancers. I can't even name them all. She's faked numerous pregnancies. She's fake.
Everybody stinks, yeah.
She faked so much shit, and she said she's done this and done that and blah blah. That girl, it's mind-boggling. It's a
So can
rabbit
I
hole
ask you a
once you
question?
head down. I'm telling you.
So how much money you gave her?
Like I said, you be kind-hearted and help, but at the same time, helping her is like once you do, this is the backlash you get. Unfortunately, and it's sad to say, but it's a sad reality of it.
I mean, shit, when you help her, everybody gonna know about it. So that's the fucked up part about it. Cause everybody gonna know you helped her. Cause she gonna tell everybody, everybody gonna find out. That's the fuck part about it. Cause I did the shit. So trust me when I tell you, I know what you're going through.
It's
I
just
mean,
crazy
right now,
how many apps and pages my face is all over.
what is your actual name?
Emily.
Emily. Okay, because I was gonna say, hey, whatever. But Emily, the thing is, you're right now you're new to this, so you're a new face for them to drag down. Eventually, it's never going to go completely away for you, but
Yeah, don't do
eventually,
that shit no more though.
eventually it will die down for you. Especially if you like back off and stuff like that, it will kind of die down for you after a while because eventually she's going to move on to somebody else, and the Reddit trolls and everybody are going to move on to the next person and the first person after that. So eventually it's going to die down. It's going to just kind of go on down the line and the next person to the next person, the next person. But right now, the reason you're getting so much hate and so much backlash and all that shit is because you're just the newest face in the crowd, and
That's
they're
good.
on latch, and they're latching onto that.
They
I'm
should
just
latch
gonna give
on to
you.
the people that are actually paying fifty to $100 for hotel rooms and Ubers, and not just somebody who gifted her
Oh,
fried
they
chicken
latch onto
wings.
them. They just can't latch on to them as hard because they don't. A lot of them they don't know who are the biggest gifters and biggest supporters. They know they kind of know them. They don't know exactly like they can't put a face with a name like with you. They can
I
put a
I
mean,
face
shit. The best
in
thing
their
for you
box
to do is
doing it.
goddamn that block
Some of
her
them
ass and
they
don't
can't put
goddamn
a
say
face
shit
with
to
because
her.
they're not in their box doing it. They're not. They're doing it behind the scenes, or they're doing it in the comments or whatever, and they're not really as prominent out there like you are. I mean, it's a sad reality of it, but it's the reality of it.
Shit, David.
What's up, brother?
Hey man, how my little brother doing?
You
Being
know,
ornery as
this
ever.
happened yesterday.
No, I said how's my little brother doing? Your
Sitting
youngest
there on his
son.
tablet being ornery.
$200.
Okay.
And that's another thing. I've stated before, the fact that people are like, "Oh, you're," because I did,
Fuck,
like
cause
an
I'm finna do
open,
that
and
shit.
since they hacked my
$200.
Facebook, then obviously they know. Like I've been out of work for almost a month. It was really like shocking when they actually fired me. But saying like, I'm gonna be the next Kenisha. I'm gonna be the one begging on here and all that stuff, and it's just ridiculous.
And
Right?
see, the thing is, I was like that too. I was out of work for what almost a year, and my wife would work and supported us. And but the thing is, I never asked anybody for a single penny, and I still got help from Reddit. Oh, why don't you get a job and help your wife with support and having her support? Why is she even still with you, bum ass? Blah blah this, blah blah that. So I get it. It's just people being stupid and wanting to start drama and trying to fucking think they know everything about everybody and know everybody's situations and all this other bullshit. It's just trolls. It's all it is.
A
They're
lot of
keyword
people
they're
like live in this big
keyboard
ass city where
warriors
it's like
who thinks they're
where
all
you
big and
can drop
bad, but
off
when
a
it comes
job
to
and get another
reality,
one.
they ain't.
My town is so small, I can take a rock from one side and throw it to the other side. Like there is
That sounds
not
like
much going
Paris.
on more than that. Like it is so small. So I am actually really shocked. I actually got 3 interviews from last week to this week, but like
Who the
it
fuck you
it takes
pregnant,
some
bro?
time.
That sounds like Paris. Paris is the same way. It's so damn tiny. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody's business.
It,
I mean, so who is she pregnant, bro?
it's Angie, it's going up
Cause
on
I
my.
just seen somebody say that she was in the rain saying she was pregnant. Who she pregnant, bro?
Who's pregnant?
Wait, I think they said that's the person that said they sent Kenisha $200 before because she said she was pregnant and they were homeless in the rain and she'll
Man,
never help
Kenisha
them
ain't never,
again.
Wait a minute, wait a
man, she
minute.
ain't
Proof
never been
of
pregnant,
Angie is
bro.
going up on Reddit right now. What?
Man, she's never been pregnant. She's never had no child. She been with Cal. They broke up. Man, I know Kenisha. I know Cal. I know all this shit. I just don't know y'all. But I know David. But I know about these folks though. Kenisha ain't never been pregnant.
Yeah, Kenisha's never been pregnant ever. It's
Thanks,
all
Doc.
everyone has been fake. Every single one of them. And these fake these pregnancy these sonograms and shit that she's getting these and stuff. She's getting them. She's either pulling them from the internet or she's getting them from like her own sister.
Man, let
Straight
me
told me
find
that she would take
that.
her sonograms and pass them off. She would take her sonograms. Kenisha would take her sister's sonogram and pass them off as her own. She would take women's sonograms that women that she knew that was pregnant, and take their sonograms and pass them off as her own. That's how and fake her pregnancies.
Is
Kanisha
Angie
wanted to
screening,
talk to me
crocheting,
for a
or
while
landing?
before
Did
she even
somebody
got
just
back with her
that
boyfriend,
screen?
bro. And that's the sad part about it, cause she liked me for a long time, and I wouldn't fuck with her,
Yeah,
and
she
she
like
got
I said,
mad
she
at me and
faked
stopped
stuff like
talking to me.
medical issues, cancers, pregnancies, scanned people out of thousands, hundred, probably. I think at last one point we added it up one point as much as we could, anyways. I think we
Hmm.
added up one point to over a couple $100,000 with all the shit, all the money she's gotten from people in the last probably 3 years alone.
That much?
Yeah, just in the last couple.
Shit,
Whole ass house.
They scanned one woman in a year and a half. They scammed one woman on here that we talked to. In a year and a half, they scammed her out of almost 5 grand. That's just one person, one single person.
hmm. And they still working.
You know
They ain't
what?
done.
She definitely knows how to, she definitely knows how to make people feel sorry,
I
especially,
just,
I've seen like some situations, like I said, I've been watching her for a couple months now. But nothing like what happened yesterday really tugged at my heartstrings just because I've lived it, you know?
I mean, so much money you gave her. I mean, like, I ain't trying to be in your business, but how much money you give her?
I only gifted her 5 flames. That was it.
5 what?
Like flames, like the gifts that they're
Oh,
like five
okay.
coins each.
I
I
got
gifted
you.
like
So
three.
you
Actually,
ain't
they're about
saying,
the same as the rose, ain't it? About the same as much as the rose, which is like what?
yeah,
Less
like
than
a
a
cent, I
less than
think, right?
a cent or something like that.
A 5
Five
cent or
coins
something
it
like that.
costed me to send one of them.
Yeah. All
And
right, so
I
you did
acted
5.
like I am the one who paid for everything, man. No job, and I am stacking that money.
I mean,
Like,
you
I
got to
mean, so
think
you
about it.
ain't sending no extra
All this
money,
money,
though. That's all I'm
these
saying.
hotel rooms, all these hotel rooms that's costing her anywhere between 80 to 150 a night, and
I'm
she's in
just
these
saying,
hotel
like, you
rooms
ain't
for
sending no
months
extra
at
money,
one
did you?
end. Hell, just the rooms themselves, she's scamming people out of thousands and thousands of dollars every couple of months. That's it. That's just the room themselves. That is not including food and cigarettes and all this other shit she's got. I mean, this girl is making bank. I mean, she don't have nothing to show for it because she blows
Oh,
it
yeah,
on
she had that
blows
getting
on
that
food
bread,
people.
bruh. On game, she getting money. I ain't gonna even hold
But
you.
she's
I know other people
they've
that
definitely
like
made bank
say
off people
that
over the
she
last few
faked her
years.
own death and stuff like that, but nobody Katie's up here. I don't like Katie. Um Nobody ever told me how much it was.
You said you don't like Katie.
No.
Hi,
Oh.
Melissa. There's Melissa.
Alright.
Melissa can tell you a lot about it too, because Melissa's
I
been.
can,
She's the one that helped
I can.
get kids out that one time, help with the animals and shit.
Well, with all the information y'all was spewing at me in that live, first of all, I was getting yelled at a lot. I know I'm a loud talker, but I just, I
I
must have
answered,
not
don't feel
remembered.
bad.
My bad. I'm not sitting up here trying to lie or anything like that. I just, the amount David just said, the like hundreds of thousands was, wow.
Yeah, like I said, over a year and a half, she scammed this one woman out of almost $5,000, and that's just one person.
I apologize about it
I just,
already.
it's just the way that people are like, making me seem on here like I enable animal abuse. I'm okay with animal abuse. I'm okay with everything she did. It was just the fact of what was going on, what I was watching, you know.
Oh, I
That's
think I remember
it's
that.
not like I gave her a lot. Everybody's like, "Oh, you gave her all this money." Not the fuck I did. I gave her 5 flames. That was it. Not even 5. I think it was like 3 or 4.
What? I mean, hell, shit, I did something like that. Yeah, they act like I got done gave her a whole fucking house, so you gotta chop that shit up and then let it keep got pushing, baby. Like, just let that shit go. I mean, hell, you did what you did because you goddamn did it at the kindness
Yeah,
of your heart.
divvies that up, unfortunately. Like I said, right now, like I just said though, right now you're just a new face in the crowd, so that's why you're getting all the backlash and all the hate and shit. But eventually it will die down because it'll go on to somebody else eventually next, and it
I'm
just keeps
trying to
on
tell you.
because that's just sort of the vicious cycle of it. This is how it is. This is how she is.
Hey, man, shit,
I
this
mean,
Kiki
it
world.
sucks to say think of it that way, but that's just the way it is. It goes
I just
one
hate to
for
be
one person, to the
followers.
next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next.
Yep, because it's the. I mean, hell, they started before me, then went to me, then went to you, and then it was somebody before you. But hell, they just gonna keep on going because she gonna keep using people because that people won't stop.
Yeah. Hell, she just had $900 the other night, didn't she, Melissa? And she's already blown through that. And within 24, 48 hours, she's blown through $900 on bullshit.
So get out of my life, Sammy. Nothing else you can say to me. Get out of my
Mm,
life. Like I
that's
said,
it.
multiple times. Obviously, you guys were not in here. Like I told David, it was not because it was her. It was because of the situation. You can tell me 1,000 different things about 1,000 different people, and if I see them in the way she made it seem, like she had nowhere to go, she was leaving an abuser. I live
Clean.
my life. I'm gonna help, even if it's
And we
5 cent flames. I'm still gonna do it.
and we understand what you're saying. Well, I do anyway. But you ain't gotta keep explaining that shit to everybody that come in here. Because what you did is what you did, and you did that for you. You ain't gotta do it for everybody else. You did that for you. So fuck what everybody else got to say.
I looked
If
up her
that
name.
made you feel
I
good
didn't
about
see
what you did,
anything
you feel
about
good
her
about that.
child. like leaving Kyle, or I seen one video of who John, Jared, whoever that is,
John
John.
or
I
S. John.
I didn't see any videos of her leaving Kyle and all that. I didn't see any of that. Like I said, it takes 7 times to leave. In my mind, I thought she was being abused. It takes 7 times, you know.
Queen, stop stressing, Queen.
I was just trying to be a good person, y'all. That's it.
And you did that. You ain't got to stress it. And you
That's
did
what I
what you
said,
did, and
Debbie.
you did
I don't
good
believe
back,
for 1
and you
minute
did
she's
good
back
thing.
together.
You did a real good
I
thing.
give it time, and her and Kyle will be back together. I've said it every single time that they split up. Every single time, give it time, and they will be back together. Whether it be a day or two, whether it be a week or two, whether it be a month or two, give it
But
time, and
hold
they
on,
will be
because the
back together.
rodeo
I
king.
promise you. Kyle is like somebody else said earlier in here. Kyle is her fallback guy. When all else fails, she runs back to Kyle.
I just
And
want you to
Kyle's
hold on,
stupid
baby,
enough to
because
take past
coming. Well, she went to the doctor today. Man, I'm tired of. I've been
Why
talking
are
about Kenisha all day, man. I don't want to talk about Kenisha no more, man. Fuck Kenisha
nobody's
right now,
gonna
man.
answer it?
Kenisha
She
nasty,
went to
bro.
the doctor today, and Allie and Kyle took her. See?
I mean, shit, I heard she goddamn was going to work with nasty goddamn. She was going to work with nasty uniforms and shit.
That's
No, Melissa V. Kyle comes around no matter if she has money or not. Because Kyle's so in love with this girl, it's sickening.
Melissa.
I heard
How
that broke up
I don't think
yesterday, though.
at this point I don't know if it's even love. I think it's more infatuation than love.
Yeah, they're used to the same thing, you know? It's hard to get out of routine, it sounds like.
Nah, but I heard that broke up yesterday, so how the fuck they back together at the doctor today? So what the fuck going on?
Told me that, right, Turner? That, you told me,
But anyway,
the
I don't
band.
really give a damn if they
Yeah, he
together and
told me
that.
last night. Told me too.
And you told Sean and Lauren, see if they could.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
Queen, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this, but you are,
That's what
man, you are
that
amazing
told me
and you're
too.
beautiful.
And I talked to Cordy
I'm
because
sorry.
he said he apparently told Kyle told James that he just talked to Cordy earlier yesterday, and I got a hold of
I'll
Cordy
take
and
it to
said,
her. I
I
didn't send it
talked
to
to
her.
him. I don't know fucking how long. He needs to leave my name out of his fucking mouth. Quit lying on me.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. Got a hold of Lauren and. Lauren shot him out later.
And that's what Cordy said. Cordy said she talked to them too after I talked to her last night, and Cordy said that Lori said that he's not even allowed at the fucking house no longer staying there.
He's lazy. Why would they let him stay there?
Then yesterday, that's why I gifted her the flames, because I know it wasn't much, but I figured it would help a little way. She made it seem like she was done. She wanted to go forward and try to make her life better, and that's why I did what I did. So for now, she left Kyle, but from what everybody's saying, it's not gonna last long.
Yeah, she did leave
Yeah,
him for now.
it never
They
lasts
did
long.
that shit
That's
yesterday.
the thing. It never lasts long. I think the longest I've seen it last. I think
It's
the
a month.
longest I've seen it last was when after they split. I think it was when after they split up in Springfield, and they was apart for about
Man, that shit it don't
about
never
a month,
last
month
but
and
a
a half,
month
wasn't
or
it?
a
Something like
couple
that.
weeks.
Because he left Springfield, went to a friend of ours or a family member of ours up by Chicago. Junior, stop, baby. A family member of ours by Chicago, and he was there for probably 3 weeks. And then he went to his mom's, and he's with at his mom's for another 2 to 3 weeks. And then she moved in. So about a month and a half, close to 2 months. And they were split up, and they was right back together.
Why does it work? Is it because he's just pure lazy?
That's
Or does
exactly what it is. He's straight lazy. He's had jobs and quit them. He had a good job and quit them to be with her. He had a job when he lived at one time. One of the times he was living with me and my wife. He had the girl he was with at that time one of the times that him and her Kenisha was split up. He was with some other girl, and that girl moved in here with him, and he got a job at Walmart here in town. He purposely got fired from Walmart. And I know he purposely got fired from Walmart because I worked at Walmart for years, and a lot of the people that work out here at Walmart I know personally, the managers, supervisors, stuff like that. So when he called that day and said that they fired him and told me what, tried to tell me why they fired him, it was because of the girl that he was with at the time, her stepdad or whatever, came in there running his mouth, blah blah. That's why he tried to say he got fired for it. No, I called Walmart and talked to the front end supervisor and the manager, and they both told me the reason he got fired, he purposely got fired from Walmart because he told them that he was arguing with the girls up front because he was a cart pusher. He was arguing with the girls up front. They would ask him to go get carts, and he'd say, no, I'm not doing it. And then when his friends would come in the shop, he was walking around the store with them, vaping in the store. And when the one front end supervisor, which is a good friend of mine I've known since my freshman year of high school, she said that she told him to get carts, asked him to get carts, and stuff. And he straight told her, "No, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna see how long it takes them. I'm gonna see how long it takes for them to fire me." And it wasn't an hour later, they called him in office and fired his ass. He purposely got fired from that job because he's lazy. He don't want to work. He wants everybody else to support him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wow.
And like I said, he had a good job here in town at NAL. That right before the last job he had here in town, right before they got back together in Springfield, and making I think he was making like $24 an hour. And it was a good job. He left that job to go to Springfield to be with her.
That's crazy. I would never give up a job for that's 20 something an hour.
What do you want to watch? Max Ruby, Peppa Pig, movies?
I mean, I was working the same place he was, that same place, and I quit. But I quit for different reasons. I quit because it's a good job if you're a single person or if you're a couple that has no kids. That's fine, but it's just a job that you have no home life there. That's basically what it is. Because you're working 12-hour shifts, 5-6 days a week, and you literally have no home life. You're basically living, instead of working to live, you're living to work.
That's how it was. I worked at a factory up here called Moldrite, and it was 12-hour shifts, and I was night shift, and I had 2 kids. It was horrible. But I stuck with it until I found something else.
I mean, I tried my damn to stick with it. My wife just straight told me she couldn't. She told me, she said, you got to quit because she couldn't do it because she had to be up at work every morning. She's got to be at work. She gets up every morning at 4 o'clock to go to work, and with us having a little one, and me not getting off and getting home until almost 4 o'clock in the morning, I had, I wasn't hardly getting any sleep, and it just wasn't worth it. Getting sleep. It just wasn't worth it.
I understand what you guys are saying in the comments, like where did all that money go and stuff like that. And honestly, I can say like like I said, I silently watched her like with all that, and I really wasn't thinking about that before. I wasn't thinking about that when I gifted her the 5 flames. Like, how are you gonna have $1,000 in a week and not even pay for a hotel room?
Because she wants everybody else to pay for it. That's the thing. When she works and gets her own money, like supposedly she's getting her SSI check. I don't know. She's supposed to be getting it, but then the other people say that they don't think she's really getting it. I don't know. But her SSI check, when she works, the money that she gets her own, that people's not actually giving her from the gifts or just giving her whatever, she used that money for whatever too. So she'd rather use everybody else's money to pay her way through life, like the hotel rooms and the cigarettes and all this stuff, and food, everything else.
Oh, yeah, I'll be right back.
Do you think that's why Stacey's not back yet, because they don't have a home for her to go to?
She ain't never got no home. She ain't never had no home.
Who knows? I
It's
think
just
I
saying.
honestly think this is all a fucking ruse. I don't think they actually split up. I think this is all a ruse to get more supporters and to feel sorry for her to get them another because they knew they had to be out of that hotel room. What was it, yesterday morning? So they came up with this plan for them to get.
Stop screaming, Bubby.
They came up with this plan to get more money to get more hotels because they wasn't getting any other way. So they came up with this plan. They knew if people would feel sorry for her and help her get a hotel room for herself and blah 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 because they knew because she knew that her supporters support her more than they support Kyle and Allie.
That's what I thought too. The same thing. You're grounded.
So I honestly think this is all a ruse. I don't think they're actually split up. I honestly don't. I think this is all a ruse to get more money from people to get them in another hotel room because they knew they had to be out of that hotel room yesterday morning.
Even with the cops, with her calling the cops.
Yeah, because they use
all that.
because she's good at using the resources she's got. She's good at using people. It's not the first time. This wouldn't be the first time they've done this. And then somebody just said. No, I've not heard anything about Stacy, and I honestly don't care. But I know it's harsh, but I just don't care. But they've done this before. It's all a game to her.
So crazy.
It's all a game to them. It's 100% game to them. They don't give a shit about nobody but themselves, plain and simple. And they've proven it time and time and time and time again by the way they treat people, way they act people, way they talk about people, way they talk to people. It's all about them.
Who posted what videos about what? And yes, people are being nice to me. They're not coming at me.
Her biggest enabler's back. Who are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Pretty sure Angie's the one who paid for a hotel room last night.
Probably. Check Reddit. Uh-oh. What am I looking for on Reddit? On her page?
What's hot? I don't know what that is.
Do what?
Somebody said that she posted a video of her having a new diagnosis of POTS. Oh, a heart. I think so. Yeah, never mind. I think somebody did tell me that. A heart condition.
It's hard telling. It probably is. She's gonna say she's got this or got that or blah blah this. It's.
This one mine or yours?
That one is.
Did I see somebody say? I don't want to scroll because everybody's been commenting. Saying that she's no longer working now. Somebody called that. Somebody said once she got the money for the hotel room. This was after I sent the gifts and stuff. Once she got the money for the hotel room, and her and Kyle breaking up, that she's not gonna end up going to work. Oh, is that you, Kathy?
They're right there, bub.
I'm gonna go to work this weekend, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is gonna be a cycle. Watch, she's not gonna go to work." So we'll see what happens. Why are people calling her job? That's okay. That's one thing. I get people hate her and stuff, but people are on her for coming at people, begging and scamming. But when she works, people are calling her place of work. Like, that's wrong. That is wrong. You should not mess with somebody's job.
Angie is back. Can you believe it? What a sneaky POS she is. Is that the post I'm supposed to be looking at?
Longer than 2 or 3 weeks. She was live this morning. I didn't hear her see anyone else. Yeah, I seen her live a little bit this morning. I didn't hear anybody either.
According to Pat call, Kenisha no longer works at the club.
Yeah, supposedly she no longer works at the club either because apparently, from what James said that Kyle told him yesterday, was that Kyle called the club that she worked at yesterday trying to find her because she blocked Kyle on all the social media things. He couldn't get a hold of her, so he called the club. He called the club to get a hold of her, and uh, they told Kyle that she no longer worked there.
Oh, this was yesterday, David?
Huh?
Was this yesterday he was calling looking for her?
Yeah.
Oh, so she did quit.
Apparently, that's according to Kyle, anyways. And actually, James just walked in. Our friend James just walked in. But that's what James told me that Kyle told him yesterday, and Kyle called him. Because I guess Kyle called James and told James that since Kenisha blocked him on everything and he could not get a hold of her after she left, that he called Coco. Hush, buddy.
Yeah, because he wouldn't
That
leave her alone.
after she left, he called the club to looking for her, and the club told him that she no longer worked there.
Like ice.
I thought she said her mom was looking into
Bell.
Hey.
Haven't seen her
That
forever.
is the
I
thing,
miss
though.
you,
Maybe
Shell
she got
Bell.
a hold of her job and told them like the situation with Kyle, and maybe told them to tell. She told them
That's
to
what
tell.
I'm thinking. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said too. Either A, she did quit, or B, she told them to tell Kyle and them if they called that she no longer works there.
Oh, yes, did show up.
So that's kind of up in the air, iffy kind of thing, whether she actually still works there or not. I don't know. But I called it. What was it, last week before last, when she kept missing those days when she went and got her. They went and got those piercings and shit, and she called in those that night or whatever. And I called it then. I said, what she's gonna do? She's gonna end up losing this fucking job, and who's going to get the blame for it? It's gonna be everybody else gets the blame for it because she lost her job. People called in and caused me to lose my job, and blah blah this and blah blah that. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Katie, yesterday I think she said that she had to call her work mom because she told her about the situation with Kyle, and she said whenever you're ready to leave, give me a call, but she didn't answer her phone call.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Shell. I miss you, Shell Bell. We miss you. Haven't talked to you forever. But yeah, like I said, she's got this shit down to a science, down to a T, so well that it's like a second nature to her.
Well, there isn't a lot that can pull on my heartstrings to make me give money to people, but when it comes to stuff like that, that's the one thing that really pulls at me.
And that's the thing. She gets these people like you that she knows what to pull on heartstrings. That people that has either been through the situations that she claims that she's going through, the DV situations and the the miscarriages and the cancers and all this other shit that she's faked all these years. That's why she does this shit, because she knows it's going to pull on people's heartstrings, the people that's been through it, and people that he's either going through it, has been through it, or has family members that's went through it. That's going to pull on their heartstrings. That's going to want to help her and send her money or send her gifts or whatever to help her. That's what she's doing, and then she knows that. She knows shit like that pulls on people's heartstrings. That's why she is classified as a scammer. That's the classification as a scammer.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause you
just saying,
been
I can only
gotta
imagine what
educated
they're
on
saying about this live
Kenisha
on
and
Reddit.
scamming. Don't fuck with Kenisha, cause she gonna take your money.
So Alex and Kendra, what is happening is I was doing a live, like cleaning my house, but that was like an hour ago, so I got a little distracted. David came in the box to tell me a little bit more about Kenisha because my face has been on Reddit and on Father Nookie's page, and I forgot the other page, especially I'm on YouTube too. Because I gifted Kenisha Flames yesterday. It's not like I paid for a whole ass hotel room or anything. So David came in to talk to me, and without being mean or yelling at me.
Oh yeah, they were cool as fuck. That's my partner. That's my brother.
Oh, okay, that's fine. They want me to take him out for
They was just gonna let you know.
Appreciate it if
Don't
my
fuck
page
with
is
that chick.
off the anti-scam pages because I don't deserve it.
I mean, so are you? I mean, so are you aware now?
I am aware that if I see that again, not to, even if it not to believe that, I will continue to watch silently if I come across her lives or anything to keep, but next time, if
Yeah,
her and
working
Kyle
that
get back
shit.
together and this happens again, absolutely not. Reddit is a hate page, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what that is. To be honest with you, I wasn't even fuck with Reddit because people gonna talk about you. Even if you try to do good, they still gonna talk about you. So don't. I mean, I got Reddit and got all these. I mean, half of these people on here is gonna put you on Reddit because they want you to get that have a downfall. I've been on Reddit so much, it don't even bother me no more. Shit,
Like,
they
it
can
didn't really
record me
bother me
and
at
stuff they
first
want
being
to.
on Reddit, but then I had somebody come up in here. Her name is Alicia. She's like Green Moon or something like that. Maybe not exactly like that on Reddit. I was like saying my small town, and she was putting up where I lived, like the town I lived, acting like she was Betty Badass or something, which I didn't appreciate. Like, you can hate me from afar, but don't try to dox my location.
Okay.
Oh, Kyle docked my location completely on live. Address, street, city, state, everything. I don't give a shit. Nobody ever showed
I
up.
don't
So
hate kids, I understand that
yeah.
they're on my profile and stuff, but I dare somebody to come knocking at my door. I'm just
Renee, what's good, Renee?
He has another house coming up
you
on
appreciate
Carroll
this.
Street, West
Please say
Carroll.
something to me without yelling and criticizing. You are absolutely right.
$700.
That don't surprise me.
Not my town, Sammy.
I mean,
I
Marie,
wasn't
how
even
you
in that live
feeling?
when somebody said that. The state is
Yeah.
completely different than my
But
town.
I'm gonna get off here because I'm getting ready to head to work, y'all. So I might go live when I get home from work, though, guys. So
All right, David. Thank you for coming in.
not a
All right,
problem.
baby,
I just
be
forgot to get in and kind of talk to you about some stuff. So, but
All
I
right.
will talk to y'all later.
Thank
And to
you.
my
all right,
family
baby.
on here, my group on here, I might go live when I get home tonight.
Where would you go to eat, Sarah?
Be blessed, man. I'm sorry you had to go through all that extra shit because of her.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna have haters. It's whatever, but at least
Oh, it's gonna come regardless. I mean, anything behind her is gonna come to you. So
I guess.
you just gotta. I mean, like you gotta be prepared for it because anything that's got Kenisha name attached to it is gonna come hate. So just know that there's gonna be why you do this, why you do that. Don't do it because she ain't nothing but a scammer and she's gonna take you down and take you down with her.